This is not financial advice, it's just the wine talking. Welcome back to It's Just a Wine. I'm your host, Melissa. Joining me today, Gassia, Tal, and Matilda. Last week, we spoke about reducing stress and how to manage it. And this week, we want to talk a little bit about time management. So let's get into it. But before we start the episode, does anyone want to share a win?
I could share one. I was getting annoyed with these emails I kept getting of discounts here and there, and I finally unsubscribed most of them. I'm still waiting.
That's good.
That's a great one. Those are
so annoying.
And it's actually a trick way to like get you to spend more money than you were planning to spend that month. Like you see it and you're like, oh, let me go check it out. And then it's a big rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I feel like once you unsubscribe, like that, this is for me, I feel like the emails I get, I have unsubscribed from it, but I still receive them.
Sometimes I think they take some time to like register, even though it's probably a tactic.
It's a scam. I know it. I know it for a fact. I still receive those stupid emails.
But that's a great one, Gus. Good for you.
Awesome. Congrats. And Gus gave me the inspo right now. So every time I get those stupid emails, I'm unsubscribing.
Good.
So as Mel mentioned before, so today's topic is going to be about how to manage your time. And everybody has their ways of doing it. So how do you girls do it?
So I think one of the main things for me that helps me personally is to plan my day.
Okay.
So I sometimes do it the night before or the morning of.
Wow.
But it's nothing like super extensive. I really take like 5 minutes, pick 3 main things that I want to focus on that day, whether it's work related or personal or whatever the case may be. And that kind of works really well for me. And it kind of, I'm not saying like pick 20 things that you have to do that day. I pick like 3 major things that need to get done. And it kind of feels like a win every day because it's manageable.
I totally agree. And I feel like once you have that, once you have that, you've planned it out a day before or the morning of, and then it just becomes a routine and you know what you're doing. So for me, actually, I have my my days planned out, because I do the same thing every day. So I have a routine, so I know exactly what I have to do every day. So, but I feel like that does create a routine and help you manage your time better.
Yeah. I feel like I do not plan my day. I just depends. Like if I have deadlines, I will write that. But like day to day, like I don't have tasks.
You should
that I write
download
it
the
down.
Microsoft to-do list. It's good.
Oh,
Yeah, but I
There's
feel
one
like
on Google too.
yeah,
Sometimes I use that.
yeah. I just feel like I don't. That's just me.
You could even put like send me a reminder on this day at this time and then like minute, not 5, 10, 15. Like
I feel like reminders don't work for me.
it works for me. Like
It-
it's on my phone and it's there and it's like pissing me off. So I'm like, okay, I'll just do it. And then
it works for me at work.
yeah.
So like we use Slack at work. And if I love Slack, by the way.
Really? I don't
Shout out
like
to Slack. So for me, I use it on Slack. And when a request comes in from a colleague and I can't get to it in that moment, what was happening to me was if I just said, I'm going to get back to them, I would forget about it. So now I use that feature on Slack where I tell Slack to remind me on Tuesday at 2 p.m. And in my mind, I already know that at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, I have to do this and take care of that. So it kind of works like both ways where it blocks it off in my mind, but I also get that reminder from Slack, like, okay, you need to get to this now. And so that helps me plan my work day in a way, or my work week, because I do use it for different days. But you were saying that like you don't plan your day in that way. But for me, it's more like, for example, if it could go like, it's not so specific to work, it could go personal too. Like if my son has soccer on a specific day, then one of the tasks that I need to do that day is to bring him to soccer, you know, and that's a task. I
Yeah.
need to manage my time because from 6 to 7, actually from 5:30 to 7:30 with the commute, I'm not able to do anything else but to be at soccer, right?
Yeah.
So it's more general than I think what you're thinking, where even like things
It applies to everything.
Yeah.
But this comes to like the second point I want to mention is set specific blocks to your tasks or specific hours to your tasks. For example, you know that you're going to plan your day. You've planned your day ahead, and you know that, like she's mentioning, it's not only work oriented, but also like I plan out a specific time to read. If I know that I'm gonna work out the next day, I have a meeting, I'm gonna meet a friend or whatever it is. If you set specific hours for each of those tasks, it kind of creates like built-in accountability, like we've mentioned in our previous episodes, and you actually just follow through.
Yeah. I mean, look, I do have stuff in my calendar, but tasks like writing it down now. I end up losing the paper. I'm just like that.
I write my like general life tasks of things. Like for example, I wanted to link Aeroplan to Uber.
Okay.
Like since I moved back, this has been on my to-do list, because when I moved back, I realized that you could accumulate points from Uber to Aeroplan.
Even Starbucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that.
Nobody
So
drinks
that's been
Starbucks.
on my to-do list. And it's not a priority. It's not important to me. So like, it's just there. But I use the tasks, just the notes app on the, what's
On
it
the
called?
Apple.
On the iPhone. You know where you could put your grocery list, your whatever?
Oh, checklist? Reminder?
Yeah. There's
yeah,
there's a tasks list in there.
Yeah.
So I put like there's like a lot of stuff like that that's been on that list for a long time. But the point I'm trying to make is that I forgot.
You can just put anything on there, whether it's something major or not.
You
I
could even
remember.
put like categories, like house reminders or...
Yeah. I think if we think of our time like our finances, for example, a lot of people budget their finances so they could see where their money is going, right? All the time.
Yeah.
And where each dollar is allocated. Like if you're actually budgeting to the core, that's what you're doing. You're allocating every dollar. I don't want it to as I'm saying this, I'm realizing how it's going to sound like, but that's not the point. The point is when you allocate your time the same way that you're allocating your money, you maximize the amount of things that you get to do in your day. And you could even allocate like TV time or whatever. And it's not like, okay, at 5 p.m. I'm going to sit down and watch TV because that's what's in my calendar. It's more like it's a way to manage your time.
Like you got to place everything that you have to do throughout your 9-hour day, that after getting everything done, you still have time left to watch TV.
Exactly. That's kind
Yeah.
of the point I was trying to make. I'm not saying scheduled TV time, but like,
Yeah. So when you try to schedule everything accordingly for your tasks, eventually you'll have time to watch TV.
So does anybody have any other pointers?
Yeah, I have like to stop overloading your daily to-do list.
How?
I usually overload my to-do list, and sometimes I add more to it, which I shouldn't, and just follow it. And it stresses me out. But I started to, set a specific day to do my chores, and then my work was 8 to 5. So I work 8 to 5, and that's how I stopped overloading my to-do list.
Yeah.
It stresses me out even more.
yeah.
It kind of goes back to what you were saying. Like when you budget financially, you have to set
Manage your time.
realistic
Yeah. Sometimes I
goals.
don't do realistic goals, and I try to do everything in one day.
it
And
can.
it exhausts me.
Exactly.
So I try to separate them.
But
No.
that's also why at the beginning I said if you pick like 3 main things you want to achieve that day, it's always gonna feel like a win because
Yeah.
3 things
It's pretty good.
is doable, it's manageable, and it's you figure it out.
Okay, I'll start work. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna write
Download the
things.
Microsoft to-do list.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You see, like the
what
notebook
you
that we
saying,
have.
Tal? You put everything on your calendar. That's kind of your like to-do list.
You know what? You could even put like on your laptop, like the posted.
That's
and-
where I
and
have my
put,
to-do list.
No, it'll be there and it'll be there forever. Like I won't go back.
Then get post papers and write on that and stick it on your laptop. When you
The way I
close
do it is
No.
if I have like, for example, I have Pilates at 7 a.m. on Thursday morning. I
I'll
have
see you
that.
there.
I have that on my calendar. But if I have like a specific to-do list for every day, like Monday to Sunday, I have it separated on my post-it for every day. But if I know that like in 2 weeks I'm gonna see a friend, I'll put it on my calendar and not on a to-do list because it's not.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't give me a view of the month. It just gives me a view of the upcoming week.
But
Yeah.
you could even do like, let's say on Tuesdays you want to bake. You know, you could repeat that every Tuesday. You could put that. as
Yeah.
some-
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That also
That's
helps
just like
you
an
stay.
example. I don't know.
That's
what
a
you're
great
doing.
example. That's a great way to be consistent realistically. Because if you do something every day, you're just gonna get sick and tired of it. If you just set one single day a week for it, chances are you'll follow up.
But
and
the
follow
problem with me is like there are so many, like there are notes, the Microsoft, my phone. Sometimes I put everything in different places and I just get lost. That's just me. Like I don't stick to one. I'm like, oh, maybe this, that, and then it just.
You probably just still need to.
She's stressing. She's stressing. What's happening?
You probably still haven't figured out a system that works for you.
Yeah. I have no.
If you use Slacks, why don't you
Slack?
just? Wasn't it Slack?
Slack. You use Slack?
Do you use Slack?
No, but when she said, you're like.
I used to use Slack and I hated it. I don't know why.
Really? Oh, I love it.
Maybe it
But
was
if
just
you
the
work with
company I was-
Microsoft a lot too, like to-do list is good. It connects with everything,
Okay, we'll see. I'll check it out later.
and you can schedule your most energy peak moment of the day. Like me, I'm more energy, more focused in the mornings, because afternoons when I have lunch, I become more closed off. But
In the mornings, we cannot talk to you.
exactly, because I'm focused. That's
she's
why I don't
locked in.
like people talking to me in the mornings. Like just my manager, no one else. Like I'm focused. I'm doing my work, and
That's great though.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it, because if you figure out, I feel like we've talked
Yeah,
about
we did.
this, but if you figure out when you're most productive and you block off that time the way you have where you can't talk to her, like she's getting shit done. Like, it's great.
Yeah, no, I love working. Even sometimes after work, like after 5, and I'm cooking. After that, I'm like, okay, let me do something in the house, and then I'll start reorganizing a closet that's
course
been
you will.
organized. a month ago.
Yeah, of course you will.
Like-
Honestly, that's been on my to-do list for a very long time, reorganizing my closet. But it's just not something I'm interested.
I'll come
Really
really
not.
help you, man. I'll bring my label maker and then
Honestly-
got you.
Honestly, I'm so blessed to have her because the day I move out, I'm not taking care of my closet.
No, the funniest. I'll say a little story. But last Friday, we have half Fridays in the summer at work, so it was hot out, and the outside cabano was
Yeah.
pissing me off because my husband just shoved everything in there, and I couldn't walk in. So I told him, I'm like, we're emptying it and we're organizing it. It's done. So I had bought in the shelves from Costco, and I started to take out stuff, garbage, and then that was
That was done.
done.
And that's so productive.
It was on my to-do list ever since I came back from vacation because I couldn't walk in. It was like,
That goes the
bothering.
same, like that time that you were supposed to work but had off, you replaced it with something productive rather than just watching TV.
yeah,
You checked out something
Yeah.
on your to-do list.
yeah, it was a good Friday.
Awesome.
Another thing is, I find when you're working in a corporate world, let's say, there's always meetings. Like I know a lot of my friends, they're like, sorry, I have like 4 meetings today. I'm like, what? And honestly, that's wild because I feel like it doesn't get you far. Like you don't do much. You know, you're stuck in the meeting and you're just like listening to them, but it might be important to you, it might not be important to you, but like you're just there. I feel like meetings should be used wisely.
I completely agree
Yeah.
with that. And I work at a company where the culture is like, there's absolutely no need for a meeting.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like you said, if you're in a meeting, you're not actually doing work
Yeah.
because you're either taking in something
Yeah.
where it's going to be work, where someone could have told you that on Slack or Teams or whatever you use, or an email. Or a lot of times people are meetings they don't need to be in, and that's just also wasted time. So it's funny because I almost never have a meeting, and if I have a meeting, it's because I absolutely need to have a meeting, or it's usually with someone external. Like internally we don't really do meetings. So but I block time off for specific tasks. Like I put myself in a meeting to work on a specific thing. And so like on my status, it'll show that
Busy.
I'm in a meeting or whatever. And I know that like, okay, I have 30 minutes or 1 hour, whatever, to focus on the specific task. So I use meetings in that way. That works for me, but
I'll just put do not disturb.
yeah, that could work too.
Yeah.
But it's so true though, meetings I find
But
like
in a meeting is pretty smart.
But it's because on my calendar, like I see like, okay, I have to work on this. I have 1 hour blocked off for this specific thing. So it forces me to do it.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
smart.
like what I was mentioning
Yeah.
before, but just work related.
Yeah.
yeah, I just find meetings are just useless. Kind of
No,
doing the depending on
it's
the meeting,
good,
depending
yeah.
on the meeting, but I just feel like it takes time from your work that, you know, especially if you're in a deadline, you have a deadline and you have like not much time to do it. It's like I could have worked those 2-3 hours that I had a meeting.
Yeah.
But
But
anyways.
sometimes you have to be a part of those meetings, even though it doesn't necessarily like,
benefit you or
yeah, whatever it is, because the team is so large for that specific client that you need to just stay updated. But I do agree that it could take a lot of your time, especially when there's a lot of things going
yeah.
on. And I have a lot of meetings, especially
Yeah.
during these busy time.
I know. I've seen you.
It's for me, it's if you're in a meeting all day or multiple meetings, when are you getting work done? Like you have to do it later.
Yeah.
And to catch up on your work because you were in a meeting all day.
But sometimes I do work during my meeting. Like, for example, sometimes I'm the one sharing my screen and we're working kind of together.
But that's different.
Yeah,
That meeting has a purpose for you to be in. What I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about you, like generally speaking,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of times people end up like inviting a bunch of people to a meeting
Yeah.
where, you know,
Which I believe that,
Pepper,
like,
pepper.
if you
Yeah.
feel like you don't bring any value to the meeting,
you shouldn't go.
no, you should just drop. You should at least be there and to see what's going on. But if you're don't have a say in any of the projects, you're not working on any of the projects, the client is just one of your clients, I believe that you should drop.
It kind of goes back to another thing I wanted to mention, which is saying no. You know, like if something doesn't add value to your goals, to your life, I'm taking a bit more general than work, but, or even to your work, or if you don't add value to it, then it's okay to say no. Like even if hanging out with a friend that, you know, maybe you don't really enjoy hanging out with, but like, no, I don't want to go for coffee. And you don't have to be, I'm not saying be rude
Fine,
or
bitch.
anything.
That's why she canceled last week.
Not to be rude or anything, but you're important. And the only person who is going to say no for you is you. So like
Yeah.
do what's important to you, what's valuable to you, and to what you want to bring value to. You know what I mean? I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm clear.
No,
but-
you're
Yeah.
clear.
I agree on that note, but specifically towards when you've set, let's say, a workout or something on your to-do list on that specific time, and a friend asks you to hang out That's okay to say no, because if you end up going out with that friend and you're not doing whatever you had planned to do on that specific hour, you're basically pressing pause on your goals. That's why it's okay to say no. You can reschedule with that friend. You can book another time, like blocking a specific time throughout your day, another day for that friend. And this applies to anything. Let's say you're over your budget this month and a friend asks you to go out for dinner, and you just see that dinner might cost you like $100 to $200. It's okay to say no.
Yeah.
You can always go next month.
Because nowadays restaurants are expensive, so yeah, it's understandable. And I respect
$40
people
for a bowl of pasta.
Yeah, and I respect people who do that, you know?
Yeah.
You don't go broke for a friend, like the video I posted last week.
Yeah. The real.
Yeah, the real.
Yeah.
Like some people just, they do it because, let's go out. Like I want to
Say
impress
no.
them and I want to say no.
Yeah.
They don't look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And the bigger picture is you'll do it 10 times better in a few years, you know? $200 won't like seem anything at that point because you've made it.
So I think also another reason to say no is to protect your own like mental health in a sense of not feeling overwhelmed. I feel a lot of times, like especially as a mom, I feel like we're doing a bunch of different things a little bit, you know, like, let me do laundry. Let me work. Let me clean out their closet and or throw away or donate or sell their clothes. Let me take a shower and wash my hair because I haven't washed it for 3 days. I don't know, you know, like, so I feel like as a mom, especially I'm speaking like personal experience, we feel like we're doing a bunch of different things, but not fully all the time. Like, let me play with you, but let me
You have your mind everywhere.
take the chicken out of the oven and let me go hang out with my friend and let me be a good daughter, a good friend, a good wife, a good sister, and let me
You can't do all at once.
a good mother. And so sometimes
You need to plan.
you need to plan ahead, but also just be like, no, like today I'm not gonna go, I don't know, hang out with my sister because I need the time to do this. Or for example, there could be a time where I'm gonna say, today, guys, last week, right before the podcast, my daughter fell and she was at my house and I was like, I can't go to the podcast. And I wanted to say no, and I was saying no, and then she calmed down. She was completely fine. I was overreacting, and I came. But when that feeling comes, it's okay to just take a pause, and whatever it is that you're doing, what's more important is your well-being, because you can't do any of it if you're not well.
Yeah.
So focus on yourself and really take the time.
Be selfish.
A little bit. Sometimes it's important. You really can, and especially as a mother. I sound like a broken record, but I say this to anyone who would listen all the time. You can't take care of other people
If you can't take care of yourself.
if you're not good.
Yeah.
If you're out, if you're passed out because you're burnt out or whatever, then who's gonna look at these little rascals running around?
Our husbands.
Yeah, and thankfully I have a great husband who's very hands-on with the kids, but you know, you need to take I'm rambling a lot, but it's really important to say no when you need to say no.
On that note, I hope you found some value in the tips we mentioned, and hopefully you implement it in your life to manage your time.
Definitely, I am gonna do that tomorrow morning.
And
I'll send you guys pictures.
Just find a system that works for you, Tal.
Yeah.
and reach for great.
Written by Mel Korian. Better?
Like,
Share, comment.
subscribe.
Comment down below if you think if you have any other advice for time management.
Cheers. See you
Ciao.
next week.
See you. Bye.